Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cats with Tin Hats. My name's Tucker.
And my name is Wyatt.
And we're missing somebody.
Who is it?
Why, we are hosting a very special guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show your lovable host, Oliver. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
This isn't the second time we've done it. No. Quick cut to the first time.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you.
Long time listener,
Yeah.
No way.
first time sitter.
Oh, congrats.
Thank
Yes,
you. And, it's
congrats.
a lovely studio you have.
So we were talking earlier in a couple podcasts. We want to talk about the creative process and what all goes into it. And I think this is a perfect moment. Oliver top billing in a really awesome film.
Indie
that-
short.
Yeah, like I think it's awesome. So we just want to ask a couple questions. Hear what it was like, what the experience was like. Because
I'm here for it.
I mean, I think for me that the initial thing is how'd you get involved? What was getting involved like?
Actually, funny story you asked, Tucker. There's a website out there called Vancouver Actors Guide. And what they have is a bunch of postings for short films, the only list of film, and then the production company, if it's independent, if it's student, whatever. And then you basically find the casting breakdown. This hit all the boxes for me. It was a studio I didn't recognize by the name because I'm still fresh, I'm still pretty green, if you pardon the pun. And I saw this, opened it up. It was called Florence.
Flew right over my head for a second.
It was a project called Florence, a monster film. And it didn't say student next to it, so I thought, perfect. Clicked on that. And the submission was just headshot and dimensions. I was like, this is pretty easy, no self-tape, no nothing.
Yeah.
Sent an email to Dallas, the director, and guy who created all the special effects and makeup and stuff. And he emailed me pretty much immediately after saying, hey, can you come by the studio for a fitting?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, all right, fuck it. Go down. First time going to like a proper studio. I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is great. And then he gave me a tour around. He showed me some stuff because he worked on like an Alien short film prequel.
Okay.
He's worked on a couple other things. A great VHS horror collection.
Oh, that's good.
And then right there was the monster mask. He goes, okay, I'm just gonna pick this up. We had very similar facial features, so it fit me perfect. Tried the shoes that he had custom made already because they're just like normal shoes with about 3-inch extra foot on there. So with the actual shoe on top, it made me 6'4", which was dope. And I ticked all the boxes. He said, "You want to do it?" I'm like, "All right."
Fair.
For about submission, we shot it. A few weeks after, not right away. But.
I mean, how was the shooting process? Like, is it something where you guys like rehearsed it before going out to mission, or was it something that's kind of like on the day, shot by shot kind of thing?
It was still in times of COVID, so we minimized the amount of time that I'd actually spend in a room with everyone.
Oh,
Because I was also working on another project, which would be fun if we could talk about once that comes out eventually.
Yeah.
And the only rehearsal type thing we did was I just filmed myself doing a couple of different walks, recorded myself doing a couple of different voices along with the script,
okay.
and just seeing what he would like me to work on and what direction we wants to go with it. And pretty much on the day, we kind of just like quickly went over it. And then you learn immediately that the costume you're in, the makeup you're putting changes it completely.
I mean, you have any questions?
Nothing right now?
I just don't want to.
No, go ahead. I'll try to think of one.
I mean, like going into the process like this, like I don't want to spoil it, but you are embodying a Frankenstein-esque monster in this.
Yeah.
The question is like you were saying you do multiple walks, multiple versions of speaking. Where does that all start from, right? Does it start from a place of what we've seen before and past Frankenstein films, or is it something that comes naturally through, experiences around and seeing people? Is that kind of thing?
This was because it was a fan recreation of, or fan inspired recreation of, was it 1940? The OG with
1931.
Lon. Was it, who was Frankenstein? The OG?
Boris Karloff.
Or was it?
Yeah, he's the only actor to have two male stamps ever because he's Frankenstein and the Mummy.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a little known fact. Funniest story ever. He was going for an audition that day in Universal. He's all dressed up, nice suit, fresh haircut, looking good. So back then, you were a player, right? So you were a Universal contracted actor. So they had like a lunchroom you'd go in.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of business would happen. And he's sitting there in his nice suit. He just bought it. He's like, "Oh, I look so good today. Everything's good." And then they walk up and go, "Hey, so Boris, we have a part for you." He goes, "Oh, yes, what's the part?" "Frankenstein's monster." He's like, "What the hell, dude? I spent all my freaking money on this new suit, new haircut. I look good today." And I get offered a freaking monster role. But
I mean, cemented him in film history.
absolutely.
But to answer your original question, it was
Sorry.
because it was a love letter to the OG Boris Karloff.
Mhm.
I only took inspiration and movement from him.
Okay.
Vocally, though, again, you're not going to have the same vocal register as another person. You can do your best to mimic it.
Yeah.
But because it was more emotional dialogue, I guess I'd call this more higher stakes in the sense of self-actualization. I had to find a nice balance of like what voice I could do with what I have.
Yeah.
And for that, I thought the best film reference to look at was Sloth from Goonies.
Yeah. Okay.
His like wailing, I'm like, it fits. I can't do it now because of wonderful KFC drippings down my throat right now. So
Yeah. I think that's so interesting. Like figuring out, like, kind of piecing together a role together to, you know. And I think it's something that you booked this role for a reason. And you come in, you
because
prepare.
I fit the mask.
Yeah, but you're also talented as well. And it's not just a fluke that you got the role. I mean, maybe because of the measurements you got in the room, but the reason why you stayed in the room is because of your talent and because of what you can find as you just displayed.
Thank you for pumping my tires.
Well, I mean, you know what? It's easy to know anybody. It's easy to know anybody to get
Yeah.
into a room, but to stay in that room, it takes talent, and sure you have it.
And I've worked with them again. Post this, we worked on a music video together. There's talks about another project down the line, which sounds like a lot of fun. So I'll talk to you about that because I didn't have my face molded for this, but I had it for a project which I don't think I can talk about right now.
Okay.
And there was now what they do now for like bigger budget stuff is a 3D scan of your face and body and everything. So they have that, and they can 3D print that. Went OG algae all on the face, the cast, the plaster, just to mold everything. It's the most relaxing thing I've ever done.
Really, eh?
You can't hear anything, you can't see anything. You're just left with this warm kind of like gel just dripping down your face. It drips in your hands. It kind of hardens, so you're fiddling with some like squishy material, and you're in there for about 20, 30 minutes.
Wow.
And then when they rip it off, it's just like it blinds you when you open your eyes because it's so fucking bright. But when you finally take that off, it's just breathing fresh air. You're like, oh. It's a spa treatment you get paid for if you're doing it professionally over and over again.
That's wild. I mean, so you can't hear a single thing, eh?
You can kind of,
Yeah.
but as soon as like the goop comes to your ears, it's very hard. They have to kind of shout at you to, "You okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you need to hold someone's hand?" I'm like, no, I got this.
So what's like so on a day on a shooting day,
Mhm.
what's the process of you getting into the prosthetics like and the costume and all that stuff?
You start with prosthetics, which is the messiest.
Okay.
First thing to do is put a bull cap on you,
Oh, really?
which,
Oh, I guess
yeah,
casts, right? And masks and stuff, yes.
because when it comes off, it hurts
Oh,
getting
I
it
didn't
peeled
even
off your
think
skin. The nice thing about this is everything was already painted, so everything was already airbrushed and stuff. So getting into it wasn't as long as it was for a different thing I did with Dallas. I think it was like 2 hours in total, and because it was a solid piece, it pretty much was slip on and just having people just like touch around my eyes and just like gluing everything on the inside, making sure it all sticks down, making sure it dries. And here's a 2 hour process. After that's done, just get into wardrobe, chill out, drink through a straw because I can't ruin anything,
Okay.
and a lot of touching my own face because that mask felt cool. It was just, okay, it's still there. And you forget about it. The weirdest thing is you forget you're wearing it.
It's kind of cool.
Even though I
It's kind of cool.
Just walk into a store, scare the shit out of somebody.
like, it kind of glued this eye a little bit shut so I couldn't properly see, but you get used to it very quickly and you're just walking around like, alright, I can't really. And your voice is kind of strange because you're glued to your mouth. It's kind of fucked. You're like, can I move like this? I feel like Michael Keaton Batman with the cowl. And funniest thing though is you're just like chilling there, you're relaxing, and then no, you kind of want to stay silent because you don't want to like wrinkle up the mask too much or the prosthetics and like preset. So I'm just staying silent, just sitting there. Someone walks past, I'm half asleep. And then you're like, you hear like just someone scream, like, you okay? It was, didn't see you there. Fucking freaked me out, and they walk on.
Whereabouts in Mission?
I don't know the street, but it was the director's parents' house, which backed out onto a lake, which was so nice to see in the morning. You just show up there at like 7 a.m. It was, how long was it? The day was very long. I think we finished at like 3 a.m.
So, what were the days like? Like, how many shooting days did
Just
you guys
one.
have? Really?
Just
Eh?
one really long fucking day.
Wow. So, what? It was an intense day.
It
Then,
was a
eh?
very intense day. The first 6 to 7 hours we were in the lab, which was the guy's basement.
Okay. It's a really cool set.
It's a really cool set. It's the size of basically your dining area.
Really?
Like that's the size of the shooting location we were in.
That's pretty cool.
And I was under the blanket for about 4 hours
Oh my god.
because they needed. I was the height. I had the thing already on.
There you
I
go.
was just leaning up against that, falling asleep for about 4 hours.
Wow.
And sometimes the people on set forgot I was there, so no one pulled the blanket up so I could breathe fresh air.
This is the stop and go, like the hurry up and
Yeah.
wait of that.
Yeah. And I'm hearing Roberto who plays the doctor, or Dr. Frankenstein. I hear him go through his very stylistically over the top performance, and he's trying to bring this baby back to life, and it's covered in blood. And he just chucks it in the bin, and like he had all that going on. And then Trico, who's Igor, who's also she's got heavy prosthetics on, a massive humpback, and I hear her going in a little grumbly voice and all that. And then I'm just sitting there like, cool. I can't see any of this. I wish I could see it.
Yeah.
I wish I could see what the camera people were doing, but for the first part, I was just covered.
Fair. I mean, yeah, like there's a lot of stellar performances in this piece. I mean, what, 3 cast members?
Yep.
And everybody's batting at 100. Like everybody's doing great in this piece. Like
Trico fucking terrified me. The bit at the end where I'm at the grave, I'm sitting there reading my name, Florence. I'm crying, or trying to, because I'm not the best at it. And then I'm like, Flores monster or whatever. And then Trico comes up and goes, no, you're not the monster. I think it was a take that was in it. But I turn around, fucking hell. Because it's pitch black, I can't see anything, and I just see like, "Whoa." Like, oh right, she's covered in shit, isn't she? Yeah.
I mean, for the grave, is that in the backyard kind of area, or is that at,
We were right next to the river.
really?
You can't see it, but we were right next to the river.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite shot of the film is this like beautiful shot on a hill with the moon and these like two trees as the both you and Igor are walking down this hill. And it's a beautiful shot. This big moon. Like, what's the story behind that shot? You were there, right? So
Yeah, so the trees weren't there.
okay.
Trees were in the post. Where the moon is, that's actually the house.
Really?
But in front of the house, they had this giant, high-powered white light that just shot at the camera. So anything that was behind it, you could not see at all. It would just look black. And then,
Okay.
then in post, they just added effects of the moon to make it look like it, and then that's how they got the shot.
Wow.
Very simple camera trickery, which is like slight post tweaks.
That's amazing.
And it changed it from house on top of the hill to just a lone hill in the middle of the night.
That's amazing. That was one of like honestly when I watched it, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah, that was a cool shot.
It was cool seeing it on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, this is dope.
that's wild. You got any questions? I feel like I freaking
No, I
took
don't.
over. I kind of
Hey.
feel bad.
No, man, it's all good. No, again, like he's told me already, like yesterday. So I don't know, like no.
I'm hearing all the details new to me.
Yeah, right. So it's all good, right? So
Yeah, I feel bad because I'm asking all these questions. I feel like, do you have any?
no,
I will say, I do wish I had a copy of it in color.
that would have been
Because
cool.
The sequence where we're walking through the forest, which was dangerous as fuck for me. I can't see where I'm going, and I've got like 3-inch lifts in the shoes that kept falling apart because it was super glued together. So I had to have people like guide me through it and then show me where to go and sending us styrofoam pillars and graves and stuff. It was fun, but I was terrified I was going to fall and rip the mask. But the smoke that was billowing out had a really intense green light going through it. So all the action was taken. The bit where Roberta, the doctor, walks through with the lantern and the syringe, it's only going to hurt a bit. Like that really nice shot. Imagine that, but instead of black and white, it's green smoke, dark trees, and
That's wild.
happened. And again, I don't know if it just didn't work,
Fair.
and it just doesn't translate as cool as it looks in the moment to on camera,
Fair.
because it's a whole different
Ball game.
ball game.
Yeah.
But so Dallas runs a special effects school.
Shit, okay.
In which he had all his students come on and help with the makeup.
Oh, that's cool.
Gives them a work credit, lets them know what the pacing is going to be like for an actual work day.
Yeah.
And he has quite a few friends in the industry who have like the camera equipment for it
Fair.
and everything like that. So I think that would have brought the budget right down.
Yeah.
And it's all his own equipment that he's using, so it's not going to be him renting out stuff. He has a location. He's not spending money on there. I'd say it's pretty low budget, but I think most of the money, again, I don't know. Honestly, we could probably message Dallas and ask if we want to do something with him and talk about some of his other stuff he's worked on,
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be awesome.
and maybe film in the studio.
Yeah. That'd be a cool YouTube video for
Yeah.
sure.
Or just like do a tour of what a studio looks like and then just
That'd be
throw
cool.
it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, my guess would be most of the money was spent in post with the sound design and the color grading and
Fair.
visual effects.
Yeah. Because it makes sense, right? Like
Mm.
it was really well done.
Yeah,
Like I don't know what the caliber of the other films were in the film festival, but this one seemed really well done. It seemed in the right place.
yeah. The film festivals it was shown with, it was a nice combination of different scales. So some you'd have on the very low end. One of them was the worst sound design you've ever heard, the worst visuals you've ever seen, but one of the funniest horror shorts I've ever seen. And it's this woman being cursed by a horny demon, and everything she looks at turns into something sexual. So you had that, and then you had like a really high art filmed in some like Italian villa, Eyes Wide Shut type movie,
Okay.
which had an insanely high budget by the looks of it because there was so many extras, so many costumes. And it was just a wide variety. If you can go to any short film festival, do it because you'll see some amazing stuff. I mean, we all took a creative leap this year together, shooting a pilot for a TV show.
Yeah.
We'll probably get both of you in the hot seat on like how that process was for you guys because both had very different experiences. Wyatt had to tackle both being a sound technician on set whilst being in character in a thick suit during a heat wave, and you had a full. Tucker, for the listeners, had a full over-the-top stylized pirate character to work through.
Yeah. It was such a blast.
Yeah,
Think about
it was a good time, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Florence was a lot of fun to film. It was the only downside to any prosthetic work is you can't eat for the whole fucking day.
That would suck.
They had like croissant sandwiches, and I had to eat it with a knife and fork, and I've never been more fucking sad to see food in my life.
They couldn't give, like, soup would have been nice.
I will say okay, so it took an hour and a half to take the makeup off.
5 minutes to take it off.
Hmm?
No, off, never mind. I'm an idiot, never mind.
What?
I thought you were going to say it took you like an hour and a half or so to put it on. And I was like, yeah, 5 minutes to take it off.
No, it took an hour and a half to get off. Because the hair was imported from India. It was a certain type of hair that's very like high end, and it had to be shipped back.
Damn!
Yeah.
So it's probably where the most expensive fucking...
Yeah,
Part
I
of
think it was probably $8,000.
Yeah.
If it was damaged, I don't think it was, because I'm pretty sure they reused it for a Nike commercial.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I completely forgot to tell you guys about that.
That's cool. So wait, was Frankenstein like fucking hooping?
Yeah.
He was shooting fucking... It's kind of sick.
Because I saw that, I was like, oh, why could...
Yeah, balling up in fucking shorts.
Well, it was
behind
Adidas. It was like Nike or Adidas. I don't remember.
that. Oh, so if it's Adidas playing soccer?
Because I
Or
remember...
tennis or something.
Oh, yeah.
I was a little bit salty because I looked at the commercial and I was like, wait, but if it already fit me, then why are they doing this? And I was watching it and I'm like, oh no, this guy's in shape and had to do a lot of shit. I'm fat, I couldn't do any of this right now. Like, yeah, hour and a half to get off and it rips every single part of your face.
That would suck.
The nicest part about that though is you have a team of 3 people with hot towels massaging your face after everything is taken off and like rubbing your hands trying to clean off all the makeup. And it's just like you get a nice little massage.
Massage? Oh, that's cute.
What was your takeaways from it? Like, what did you think in the realm of not only a love letter to the OG Boris Karloff version, but just in entertainment value? What do you guys get from it?
Keep in mind, short and sweet. It was... Yeah, man, it was good. Like, I don't think I've seen like the original Frankenstein monster movie.
You should.
And
It honestly holds up.
yeah, but no, it was good. It was like only 9 minutes long. Didn't like,
Yeah.
it felt a lot shorter. Then when it was over, it's like that's it. Like I want, like I kind of want, like it left you wanting a little bit more. I thought, and yeah, no, it was just like the you know, it being in black and gray was sick. Just like it was cool. It was just a cool time. It was just like I just liked it. I don't know. It was just like, oh shit, man, that's dope. I know that guy. It was cool. Yeah, it was just cool. Keep it short and sweet. It was cool. It was dope. It was sick.
Yeah, I think it was fun. It's one thing to really like a film, but to actually go out and make a love letter to it is something else, and put your own spin on it as well.
Yeah.
I think it was an interesting twist to the original story. I'm a huge fan of Frankenstein. I got it tattooed on my leg, and I think it felt like this piece was absolutely nothing was spared. Like it felt well put together. It wasn't a hack job. It wasn't anything.
No.
It was really well done and really it was really thoughtful to the source material, to the point of you even playing Florence Florence, and looking back to Boris Karloff's work, I think is something that shows just how much love and care was put into this piece, and I think it shows. I really do enjoy it. If you guys go on YouTube and search up Florence, and it'll
Florence, the monster fan movie.
Florence the Monster fan movie. It's 9 minutes, like you were saying.
Yeah.
It's
an easy watch.
You fly right through.
Yeah.
It. I think it's an amazing film. Honestly, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, everyone's work in that shows, from the camera direction to the cinematography to the makeup. I think each person had like 2 people on them constantly making sure everything was fine.
Nice.
Because Roberto had his eye,
Yeah.
which I don't know how you can go a whole day without seeing it on one eye.
No.
Just having to, because that was stuck on. There was no wiggling. I'd be so tempted just to keep opening and closing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I actually got stapled in the head.
Really?
So you know when they're actually. Yeah, that wasn't a cutaway to like a fake head. That was just a close up on the top of my head. It had a nice little peel back section with a fake brain underneath.
I saw that. Yeah. Really? Eh?
Did it hurt?
Like the thickness of the skull was like that. Like there's nothing going through there.
It's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And also running fight choreo while you can't see anything sucks. Trying to make sure that you because you can't look over your shoulder properly to catch when Roberto comes in and tries to kill us both. And I'm like, no, go up. And then I get a very unflattering close up of my face. As I'm choking out the doctor. At the end of the day, what I really was doing was having fun and just messing around.
And that's what acting's all about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. As much as you put thought into it, I was just having fun.
It's not fun.
I got to be Frankenstein's monster for a fucking day. I got to wear I'm gonna be 6'4".
That's kind of dope.
Feels great.
Wish I could do 6'4".
Yeah.
That I could text my brother, cut. I'm almost as tall as you. But I can text my other brother, huh, I'm taller than you, bitch.
But yeah, for those at home, it's not as serious as some people make it seem to be.
Yeah.
It's you're having fun at the end of the day.
You can have fun.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
And you're just there with like-minded people who just want to make something cool at the end of the day.
I mean, as much as we were talking about the technical side of the craft of putting together character, at the end of the day, it's also as well having fun with it,
Yeah.
exploring different angles to the character and having a blast with everybody else on set.
Yeah.
You're all there to do that same
Clanging banging.
Yeah.
So I do got a question, actually, now.
Okay.
Okay, man. When did you film it again?
End of last August.
How long ago, eh? Damn.
Really. So it was hot as well then, eh?
It was just after the heat wave. And we're right next to the river. You don't feel heat with the mask.
Really?
Because it's sponge, it absorbs all the sweat anyway, so you just
Oh, that's
feel.
kind of nice. Okay.
And then I was inside for most of the day with a blanket over the top of me, and there was a giant fan going on the whole
Oh, that'd be
time.
nice. Cool the balls.
Straight at the shaft.
Anyway, I think, any questions else? Any other questions?
Questions?
Any good questions for us?
All I want to say is I can't wait to get you in the hot seat next.
Next
Me?
episode. Oh yeah, next episode, buddy.
Why me?
Because you booked a legit
Well, it will
gig.
be when it comes out.
You booked a gig.
Okay.
And then we get
Sounds
to
good.
talk to you about that.
I'm pumped. I'm excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for you do it. I feel like shit.
Hey.
You didn't get to ask a single
I asked two.
one.
I asked two.
You asked two, so you get
Okay.
to sign out because I'm a fucking.
Anyways, that's it. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment.
And check out Florence.
Joe Florence.
Check out
It's
Florence.
9 minutes long. It's good. I know the guy.
Yeah.
And
We know guys in high places.
that's about it, I guess. Sayonara.